There are really 3 rules to a fulfilling life, and this is very simple. Rule number 1, if something works, don't fix it. Rule number 2, once you know what works, do more of that. And rule number 3, if it doesn't work, don't do it again. Do something different. Now, the first 2 we do pretty well with as human beings, right? It's that number 3 part that people have a tendency to have a problem with. Because you know the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And yet, how often does that happen? People who are successful in this world, in our profession, in life, take responsibility for the outcomes in their life. Okay? They live at choice, okay? At cause instead of effect. They understand that what happens to them is because of the choices they make, and more importantly, how they show up in the world. Okay? It's hard to do, though. And it's a conscious way of living. And you have to learn to think out of the box. And that's the hardest thing to do when you're in a problem. This is one of my favorite quotes as well. Holding resentment towards another person is like drinking poison and waiting for them to die. Because if you think about it, you're walking around ticked off, angry, frustrated with that person, and it's eating you up inside, and they're skipping through their day happy as a clam, totally oblivious to how you feel. So as you feel sicker and sicker and sicker, they're completely unaffected. Do you get that? So any energy or thought you waste on being frustrated at someone or something steals from you. If Sue had done what she said she was going to do, none of this would have happened. Now, if I say that, who has all the power? Hello? It's like just going, here you go, take all my power. You can have it. I don't need it. She has all the power in that situation because you're frustrated and blaming her. So it's all in your mindset. And if you're doing this a lot, you need to pay attention. So what are the bananas in your life? That's what I want you to think about. And remember, if you're holding on to any of that shame, blame, or resentment, it's affecting you. You're the one who's going to get trapped and sent off to the zoo. What are the stories that you tell yourself to keep yourself from having the results you want in your business or your life? Oh, OK, my work is done here. Thank you. Come on, you guys. If it's important enough to you, you will find a way. And if it's not, you will find an excuse or a good story. So don't kid yourself for 1 second that just because you have a good enough story and you're not getting results, that's OK. Unless it really is OK. But what I find 99% of the time with people is we complain about the fact that we don't have results, even though we're the ones who are using our stories to keep us from succeeding. Does that make sense? I want you to understand that you can make a change. It's possible to change the circumstances in your life by choosing something different. It's possible. So the time when it's the hardest is the time when it matters the most. The time when the wind is blowing the hardest and you're the most frustrated and you're the most challenged is the time when you need to stop and ask yourself, am I going to react or create? And the beautiful thing about enlightenment, which is what you've all just had for the last 50 minutes, is you can never go backward. And you might curse me when you're in that situation and you go, am I reacting? Oh, I wish I didn't even know this stuff. But you have to, now you know it. You can't unlearn it. And you might still choose to react, and I do sometimes. But you're going to understand now that that's what you're doing and that you can make a different choice. Thank you guys so much.